Have you ever experienced applying in a certain job and all of a sudden the employer chooses a male applicant over you with the belief that men can do better than women? Have you ever been chosen as a member rather than a leader in a group project because most of your classmates prefer a male leader? Have you ever witnessed a situation wherein men are paid higher than women? Well, in fact, they just did the same work. If yes, probably you are aware about the term gender bias. In the complicated world around us, we cannot deny the fact that there were still incidents of stereotyping, gender bias, and discrimination taking place at school, workplace, church, home, or should I say, everywhere. Gender bias is a behavior that shows favoritism toward one gender over another. Most often, gender bias is the act of favoring men over women, and it is sad to say that there were different social institutions that promote gender bias. From the moment a baby was born, gender bias can take place wherein the parents or even the people around the child promotes gender stereotyping. They planted the idea that males must not cry, they must have a strong and brave image, they must not wear something pink, and they are not allowed to play games that girls play. If they are weak, they will be labeled as para kang babae, bakla ka ba, bakit ka umiiyak dyan at napakalambot mo. This has been the reason why most children experience violence from their parents as a form of punishment of not meeting the standards of their parents. They are manipulating the minds of these young children of what image they must project and what activities they must do. And the same thing applies to female. They must be good and trained in doing house chores because they are expected to be a housewife soon, confined in the four corners of the house. If they fail to do so, they will be labeled as walang kwenta or useless. Specifically, girls and women are expected to demonstrate feminine behavior, and boys and men are expected to act masculine. The school also promotes gender stereotyping. It is evident when they provide the learners with different career options. If you're a female, they are expecting for you to be a teacher or a nurse, and you are not encouraged to be an engineer, a fireman, policeman, or even a doctor, because the majority believes that those professions are only for men. We can only notice that teachers pays more attention to boys, as what textbooks indicated in the illustrations that most of the characters were male. This illustration depicts a male as a priest, driver, carpenter, barber, or even a baker, while on the other hand, female are portrayed as a dentist, nurse, or a teacher, while in fact, women can do the work of men and vice versa. We can also notice that the language being used is not gender sensitive. They are using terms like policeman, fireman, lady dentist, or a lady doctor. Religion or the church can lay out different roles for men and women. It gives us the idea that men are more important and superior. Women from their view must be submissive to their husbands, dutiful and loving. They must be pure when unmarried and faithful when married. Their sins are seen as worse than men's. When we heard a man cheating in his wife, that may sound normal. But when we heard a wife cheating in her husband, that's really a big deal. Because men have a low moral expectation. They are also expected to be a priest, king, prophet, ruler, elder, unlike women who are expected to be sisters, wives, and mothers. In our fast-paced world wherein modernity makes our life easier and convenient, media plays a significant role in our life. but it also promotes stereotyping and gender bias. Media promotes that women must be fair, thin, sexy, clear skin, and flawless. This has been the reason why a lot of women are insecure and are having anxiety on how to deal with this challenging demand. They ended up resorting to different whitening and slimming products to meet the standards the media is promoting. It can also be seen that in commercials, women are washing the dishes, washing the clothes as they are expected to perform domestic chores. They also became sexual subjects and interests of men in different images and movies. Lastly, the state is also biased when adultery committed by a wife has 6-year imprisonment period and a concubinage committed by a husband has just 4 years imprisonment period. When it comes to inheritance of properties when both parents die, the eldest male among the siblings will get the property or mana. It can also be seen that women's participation in the government is only limited to about 30 to 40%. We can only count in our fingers the number of female presidents in our country. When a female named Erin McKelvey is looking for a job after graduating college, she didn't receive a single response from employers. When she changed her name from Erin to Mac, which is a more masculine name, on her resume, she received a 70% response rate. A study also revealed that 42% of women experience gender discrimination at work. I know that gender bias is still existing today, but let us be a part of this change. Let us all look forward that one day we will wake up in a bias-free society. Remember, gender equality is a human fight, not a female fight. Thank you.